Hey folks, my name is Chris at HouseIt, based here in Miami, Florida. Today we're going to talk about an interesting topic in economics as it relates to real estate that you might find interesting. And that is, why did Americans purchase real estate in the 1970s to protect against inflation, when inflation was quite high and ultimately calmed by Volcker by raising interest rates to almost 20% in the 1970s. Well, in an inflationary environment like that, people start to expect higher pricing on things. The purchasing value of your money and your paycheck goes down. So people start buying things up in advance, and they start purchasing things that can hold your value. And as we discussed in a previous video, real estate is often considered to be one of the best inflation hedge assets, precisely because prices typically go up because there's more money chasing the same amount of goods and services and assets, and also because landlords have pricing power for their investment properties. They're able to raise rents typically at or inflation plus, so above inflation, to keep up with inflation. So from the monetary perspective, because in an inflationary environment, this is typically caused by, as we discussed, more money chasing the same amount of goods and services and assets. There's usually a lot of money printing, debt monetization, which is essentially the Federal Reserve or the central bank buying a lot of government debt and building up its balance sheet. And as a result, there's more cash or more money being created and circulating. So as a result, what people end up doing and what Americans did in the 1970s is they realized that, hey, in this type of environment, it probably makes sense to start buying finite assets that can hold their value. And what better finite asset is there than real estate? And of course, as we've discussed before, for example, in our video on overbuilding affecting the real estate market in Miami, sure, there can be a lot more supply built as well, which is why we recommend, buying things that are truly, more finite, that they don't really make too much of anymore, which is why there's a saying that in the 1970s, Americans bought lots of waterfront property, which are things they don't make any more of. Now, again, here in Miami or even in New York, you can translate that to nice condominiums or newer condos, perhaps, or condos that are, directly waterfront or beachfront with nice views that, it's harder to, even with future building, they won't be able to make more of. So that's just one way to get around inflation. This is why real estate is such a popular asset class, along with other, inflation hedge assets, and those traditionally may be considered to be such things as gold, other commodities and such, even stocks that are of good companies that are able to raise their pricing along with inflation and to offset their costs and such. So these are all different types of inflation hedge assets. Of course, we forgot to mention cryptocurrency. So it's really, it's just whatever floats your boat in terms of preferences. Investors favor a lot of different things. They have different individual preferences for what they hold. But real estate is certainly a very well-known one that has stood the test of time during high bouts of inflation in the past. We hope you found this video helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop a comment below. We'll get back to you. That's actually the easiest way. If you're looking to buy or sell a place, shoot us an email, team@houseit.com. That's HAUSEIT.com, or check out our website where you can learn more about our various services. We can help you save up to 6% all broker commissions when you sell with our agent-assisted FSBO service. And if you want something more hands-on, we have a 1% for full service listing option. And we also can help you save 2% or more when you buy with a HouseIt buyer closing credit, where we give you 2/3 of the buyer agent commission, subject to us keeping a small minimum. My name is Chris at HouseIt. We cover all of New York, including New York City, Long Island, and the Hudson Valley, and we cover Southeast Florida, Miami-Dade County, Broward County, Palm Beach County, Martin County, and St. Lucie County. My name is Chris at HouseIt, and we'll see you on the next one.